Yeah, Blades Edge Arena, they love to pick this map because of the reasons that you guys mentioned. The Ring of Peace, knocking people out of line of sight, and most importantly, of course, Raikou, he's gonna go through hell trying to kite on this map because you run through the bridge, you have nice space there, but then the bridge runs out, and where do you go? Do you go downstairs? You're gonna land inside your healer. We'll find out.
This series has been back and forth. It changes on this map. Finally, we are going to see one of these teams pull ahead and try to take down BlizzCon 2019.
All right, Blizzo intercepted by Waz, looking like the Warrior as the main focus point here for Method Black, not the Mage as would have been anticipated. Looney looks to counter-engage though, catching a paralysis into leg sweep, setting up the team quite effectively. However, Morrow denied on further crowd control. Now Chaz looks to move over and probably get some crowd control of his own in the near future. Blizzo pushes him back, he's not able to find it. They're actually going after Chaz.
Yeah, a little bit of damage on Chaz. I don't know if it's gonna net too much. Avatar pulled out by Blizzo, getting a little bit of damage, rolling a full blind onto Looney, playing Relentless, so there's no Gladiator's Medallion available, and it looks like Method Black, they're actually going to be going after Blizzo. Blind into Sap onto Looney. Can they get the dive by the sword? Do they have the damage? Unfortunately, no. Looney does manage to find the Life Cocoon to stabilize Wildcard Gaming.
All right, Waz going to pull back for a moment, realizing that the kill is lost, as Life Cocoon is quite powerful from Looney. Looney repositioning, Morrow blinking over to try and go after Waz once again. Chaz in center bridge. When is he going to make the move? Double Dragon's Breath, Ring of Frost being casted here, trying to find it, gets denied unfortunately. Now Chaz looks to Cyclone. Cyclone on Morrow, Polymorph on Looney. This means that Blizzo is alone for a few seconds. What can he do while he is alone to stay alive? Spell Reflect, a good option, denying any damage from Raikou. Buying him a few seconds. Now Looney is out. He's going to land a double leg sweep, buying Blizzo an opportunity to counter-aggress. Morrow secures a counter spell. Chaz can't heal for 2 more seconds. If Blizzo can stay on target, it could be devastating. They don't have any further crowd control, but Raikou is going to jump off the side of the bridge. Chaz Iron Barks, and Raikou stabilizes.
Yeah, it's going to be the Battle Masters, but that's a great trade for Combustion from Morrow. Raikou with beautiful defensive positioning. Wildcard Gaming, they wanted to get aggressive. Raikou realizing the situation, getting out of town, going down to the floor portion of the map, manages to avoid a lot of damage. Now he's going to have to reposition to get back on top. They need to get crowd control on Looney if they want to have hope to take down Blizzo at this point in the game.
All right, Blizzo hovering at 50% health and in a full stun. Are they going to go for a smoke bomb play? Not deciding to pull the trigger on that just yet. Waz Shadow stepping over to disrupt Morrow. Greater Pyroblast being channeled, now interrupted. Waz shuts it down. Raikou building up icicles for the next attack. Both teams taking a moment of pause here in the center bridge. Morrow sees Chaz drinking. He tries to blink to stop it. Raikou intercepts him with a polymorph of his own, but inevitably does get sniped with the Flame Strike. Intimidating Shout is landed. Do they have follow-up? They don't. Intimidating Shout not going to be enough on its own. Blizzo tries to buy more time with Stormbolt, but Morrow is not in position to polymorph. Which means the crowd control chain has been now disrupted. Chaz going to be jumping off the side of the bridge. I am wondering if Waz is going to follow him shortly after. Chaz doesn't want to get caught in that Ring of Frost, but now he's into paralysis. His mage is at very dangerously low health. Iron Ice block at 10%, and Raikou stays alive, but a close call. Chaz is repositioning there, going to cost a cooldown.
Yeah, what a scary moment for Raikou, and that's what happens when you kind of just sit in the face of Blizzo and Morrow. Eventually, they will be able to punish you. Morrow looking for a greater power blast. Raikou with 1 ice block available. We're at around 3 minutes elapsed in the game. Things are looking pretty good for Wildcard Gaming. For Method Black, we need to see crowd control on Looney. Unless their tactic is to stall till dampening and eventually take down Blizzo, they need to push in, land the polymorphs, land the cyclones like we see right now, and this is when they can get aggressive on Blizzo.
All right, Looney in a polymorph at the moment. Who's the target? Is it still Blizzo? Blizzo denies the kill with Spell Reflect. War Banner down, disrupting it further. Raikou is taking a beating. He's going to jump off the side of the bridge. Waz holds Blizzo at bay, snaring the whole team up and trying to allow time for Chaz to recover, but now Waz has been left behind. He is going to abandon the mission, jumping out the side of the bridge, but now Raikou pushed forward, maybe a little bit too prematurely. Blizzo is absolutely chopping him up. If Blizzo can stay on target, it could easily be the second ice block so early on.
Good positioning there by Chaz and Raikou. That was a scary moment. Blizzo getting low. Looney needs to find the heals. Does he have them? He does. Blizzo gets topped off. Nicely done by Wildcard Gaming. That was scary for Method Black, but with good positioning, they were able to recover in that situation. Now they need to continue this pressure onto Blizzo, try to even find just an interrupt onto Looney to start getting some pressure rolling.
All right, Blizzo stays alive. Close calls back and forth between these teams. So evenly matched in the grand finals. Game number 5, best of 7. Looney in a blind. This is a dangerous situation. How is Blizzo going to deal with it? Waz's polymorph. Looks like Blizzo doesn't have to do too much. Maro's doing all the work for him. Totally shutting down Method Black. Looney connects the Life Cocoon, and Blizzo was stabilized. Now Method Black with a big mistake. They stack up for a triple leg sweep. It's a good opportunity for Wildcard Gaming, but Raikou equally so answers it with a Temporal Shield, taking 0 damage as a result. In that position there, any mistake could cost them their tournament lives. We have now hit the 5-minute mark, which means dampening is coming into effect, reducing healing at a stacking margin. And as that gets higher, the damage doesn't go anywhere but up at the same time, which means this is going to be overwhelming, and on Blades Edge Arena, it's going to be chaotic, as members can jump off the side of the bridge, but they'll jump off at the cost of the line of sight of their healers to try and stay alive.
Yep, full intimidating shout, but unfortunately Blizzo not able to really capitalize on that situation. Method Black looking to get aggressive, kidney shot on Blizzo, interrupt on Maro, polymorph on Looney, great crowd control. Blizzo, what are you going to do? Let's see if he can survive. Life Cocoon does ultimately land by Looney. Nicely done. That should keep Blizzo nice and healthy, but I just don't know if he has the heals. No interrupt available for Raikou for just a few more seconds, but Blizzo does manage to get topped off. Nicely done by Method Black. If we look at mana right now, there's actually a slight lead for Chaz, which is surprising.
All right, let's see if they can get something done here. Stunning Blizzo. Where's crowd control on Looney? They don't have it. He's just powering through. Grapple weapon denies damage from Waz. Raikou is polymorphed. He can't do any damage either. Great coordination there by Looney and Maro to shut down the attack of Method Black. Waz is retreating away, looking for a re-stealth, trying to benefit from the subterfuge, which allows him bonus damage on that Garrote. It's going to be huge pressure. Chaz stepping over to interrupt polymorph, but he can't stop Ring. Chaz is crowd controlled. Raiku's on the run. Blizzo wants to make it, but he can't. He's switching back to Waz, trying to catch him off guard. Waz going to jump off the side, but now Chaz is exposed up in center. He has to jump off. Great coordination there by Method Black, despite all of the chaos, totally shutting down that assault.
Yeah, the pressure's still rolling here for Wildcard Gaming, but Method Black, they've had good positioning, and now with an interrupt on Looney, it could be Blizzo once again, and as dampening gets higher and higher, it becomes really difficult for the Mistweaver Monk to keep up the Arms Warrior. Maro actually taking some damage as Method Black turned their attention onto him. Temporal Shield doesn't do too much. Big damage here from Raikou. Maro manages to hold on to his Cauterize. Just not enough damage, but that was a really good attempt by Method Black.
Pretty big mana advantage right now for Method Black. Another minute and 10 on Raiku's second ice block. I would say that Method Black are looking in a confident position to take the swing match and advance to match point. Wildcard Gaming need to get some work done here soon if they want to advance and take that title of BlizzCon champion.
Yep, and I mean, this is a best of 7, and we're all tied up 2-2. These two teams are playing out of their minds so far in the series, bringing in lots of different compositions, but these are the compositions these teams are known for. Nice setup here by Maro, full Ring of Frost onto Chaz, but Raikou just in a situation where he's avoiding a lot of damage. It doesn't look like they have the setup. Really good heads-up play by Method Black. Anytime there's crowd control on Chaz, Raikou and Waz are just immediately running out of danger.
All right, counterspell on Chaz. He can't heal for a moment. Now activating Iron Bark as soon as possible to then enable his team to get aggressive and go after Blizzo. Is there further follow-up for Looney? A full blind. This is dangerous. How is Blizzo going to respond? He's isolated. He's all alone. His teammates can't support him. He's Blade Storming. He War Banners. That reduces some crowd control for his team, but there's still more. Spell Reflect on 10%. Buys him just enough time for Life Cocoon once again. Now Watt's in trouble. He feints at low health. There's no Iron Bark for him. This may be the evasion if he's not careful. Blizzo can't keep up the chase. Instead, trying to go back over onto Raikou. These teams so evenly matched. Smoke bomb attempt here. They're trying to make Blizzo panic, but he is not panicking under the pressure.
Absolutely not. Now Raikou gets interrupted. Can they take him down? Ice block now available. That was a bit scary, but a polymorph over onto Looney. Raikou still managing to find the crowd control, and they get the die by the sword. This is a big victory for Method Black, but Raikou needs to be careful. He's getting so low into execute range. Just a bit more damage, and they can take him down. Temporal Shield, huge plays there by Raikou in order to hold on to that ice block, and Wildcard Gaming cannot believe it.
All right, Raikou is just going to chill out here on this edge of the map while Chaz gets through crowd control. Waz was left behind again, though. What's he going to do in this position? Blizzo is marching forward to find the execute. He has evasion. He has cloak. It would be a throw to go down at this point. He needs to be careful. He's going to sprint off the side, concentrated flame on himself defensively, and wait for Chaz to get out of crowd control. What are Wildcard Gaming going to do while Waz retreats? Chaz reconnects, but they're going to go after Raikou. Raikou barely able to jump down in time, in line of sight of Chaz, and this battle is going to continue on the bottom side.
Yeah, but Wazzy's still in trouble. He's in execute range. Evasion, Cloak of Shadows, everything trades out for Method Black in order to stay in this game. That was a great offensive push by Wildcard Gaming. Now the pressure is being reversed, but the Life Cocoon from Looney completely denies that attempt by Waz and Raikou, keeping him nice and healthy so he can charge on and keep this pressure up.
This is actually insane between these teams. Such close calls. Mana totally even. Almost the 10-minute mark between these European Titans battling for BlizzCon champion. Who's going to take it? It's too close to call. Ring of Frost attempt gets shut down. Perfect denial by Raikou. This now means that Blizzo will be in trouble. Cycloned at low health. This sets up Method Black to potentially push for the win. If they've got a kidney shot, they could have a kill. But a greater Pyroblast sneaks in on Waz at the same time. Potentially cross kill. War Banner on the blind. Beautiful play by Blizzo, but it may not matter. He's so very low on health. Battlemaster at 10%. Is he going to be able to hold on? That Battlemaster is going to be fading, and with it, it's bonus health as well. Blizzo stuns Waz. He tries to stall. That Battlemaster is a ticking time bomb, but he manages to do it. Looney connects Life Cocoon, and Blizzo survives by the skin of his teeth.
Nicely done, and now Morrow looking to reverse the pressure. Greater Pyroblast, can he find a second? Unfortunately not. Waz manages to get out of line of sight. Nicely done, but now Blizzo in a kidney shot. Do they have the damage to take him down? Looney in a good position right now to try to find some heals, but at this point in dampening, it is so difficult.
They're going for it. He's going for it.
Blizzo and Waz trading blow for blow. Vanished by Waz to avoid the damage, and both these melee are very scared in this situation.
Blizzo butting heads at 10% to find the kill with Waz, not finding it. Both teams restabilized. Slight mana lead at 11 minutes here in game number 5 of the grand finals of BlizzCon. Blizzo stunned up, once again isolated. Morrow can't support. Is he going to pull it off again? Just a few more seconds, another polymorph comes in. Spell Reflect denies the Ice Lance Flurry combo on Blizzo. Beautifully timed there, but this is Icy Veins. Raikou is still quite a menace. Blizzo leaps over, looks to deny it further, switching to Raikou. Chaz is interrupted, he can't heal. Greater Pyroblast is being channeled. Morrow gets one, big connected. Raikou's gonna respect that Greater Pyro and Ice Block, but cancel it to go for the kill on Blizzo. They Cyclone Blizzo at low health, denying the recovery of Looney. Is Looney gonna try and drink? I don't think he can get away with that at this point in time. He's playing very far away from the fight, trying to max range or crowd control and stabilize Blizzo, but at 41% healing reduction, that is such a difficult task to deal with.
Yeah, Blizzo has to die by the sword, rotated back up. He might have to use it preemptively to just avoid some damage. Raikou has one ice block left. He's not going to be the best target. There's a full kidney shot. Looney rolls in, trying to get some heals, but the Vortex brings it back. Nicely done by Chaz, setting up the polymorph, but Blizzo still just running, hiding. He drops out the War Banner to avoid some crowd control on Looney, but he just can't get topped off. There's too much dampening.
Combustion pop. Morrow looking to burn down Raikou and take game 5. Huge connect here. Raikou has to use his second ice block, and suddenly he doesn't really have anything to work with. Blizzo has died by the sword. If Blizzo can just stay aggressive, stay on target, they can close it out here and now in game number 5 on their home territory. Pre-die by the sword of the kidney shot. Blizzo is reading Method Black like a book throughout this grand final, looking to close it out in a composition matchup that we thought could not be beat. The Rogue Mage Druid we thought was the best, but Wildcard Gaming looked to prove that wrong.
Yeah, but Blizzo's still not topped off. Method Black in a prime position to close this game out. Blizzo's moving forward. They want to take down Raikou. Chaz and a polymorph gets interrupted. Do they have the damage? Blizzo could easily fall as well.
He's going
kidney shot, cheap shot onto Blizzo. Raikou hovering around 50% health with his temporal shield, trying to stay alive, but at 48% dampening. Which one of these two players is going to fall first?
No mana left for Looney. Dampening is at 50%. Waz sets up the Shadow Step kick, and that could easily close it out. Rallying Cry available. Life Cocoon, not that great of a heal at 50% dampening, only buying 3 seconds. There's no momentum. Wildcard Gaming, they've lost all of their steam. If Method Black just keep this up, Blizzo is going to be overwhelmed. He's blade storming. He's trying to go for it at 10% life. Blizzo is going for the kill in the grand finals.
Yeah, and they might be able to get it. Leg sweep on a Chaz. He manages to get the iron bar, but it's Blizzo that's low as well.
It's it!
Wildcard Gaming, can they do it? Blizzo with a kidney shot. Waz trying to take him down. They need to take down Blizzo or Raikou's in so much trouble. Morrow setting up his team. Raikou barely surviving. Blizzo 10% health. What is going on? Range. Temporal shield. Wildcard Gaming. Unbelievable.
Blizzo is undoubtedly the best warrior in World of Warcraft. Waz is playing it out.
Oh,
is he gonna do it?
He gets the kidney shot.
No way!
Turn it takedown. Can they get the cross kill? That is the question. Blizzo needs to run. Looney has no mana. There is a situation where we could go down to a 2v2. Blizzo and Looney, they need to play it safe. Maro has to get the polymorphs rolling or just get the damage on Waz. If they can take down Waz, the game will be over. And I think they're going to be able to do it. Waz in execute range, the leg sweep. Unbelievable slam dunk.
My goodness, Blizzo is an unstoppable force. Literally nothing can stop him. Roots, nothing. This man just had a 30-minute go to ultimately take down his opponents. It just did not stop at all. And think about how big the stakes really are here. If you see Method take that, they then have the advantage in the Game 7 if it goes all the way there.
Look at this play right here. Looney ports into the bomb, gets the disarm. Chaz preemptively vortexes the port there, and Blizzo preemptively war banners the preemptive Ursul's vortex on the preemptive port. Like, what is going on? These guys are literally playing 3D chess in the future. These guys are insane.
With a time machine.
Blizzo is from the future right now, just sitting in his car, preemptively war bannering blinds, preemptively war bannering everything, charging in to kill people on 10% HP, and he gets it. Then this is the second time. He was chasing Waz a little bit earlier on as well on 5% HP or 10% HP, and it pays off. And that is why he is so insane at World of Warcraft. Not just Warrior, but reading a situation like that, you gotta be a god at this game.
It's the grand final. They're going to be put to the final test. 64% of you guys think that NLITE can do it against Method Black. This never happens. Zuniaki is insane.
Honestly, I think people are just like, we want to see discipline.
They just say, screw Resto Druid. Like, I'm not voting for that. Come on, NLITE. You can do it.
It hurts to hear those words, but this is going to be the final test here. Method Black are bringing in the Demon Hunter Death Knight.
Yeah, as someone who plays a lot of Mage, I can't believe I'm cheering for the Jungle Cleave. It's going to be a nightmare. If they win this tournament, that's all I'm going to play on the ladder, and I think I'm going to cry. But Method Black, of course, like we kind of talked about, I think this is one of those compositions that makes it really difficult for the Jungle Cleave. It's the Demon Hunter Death Knight, the Windwalker Death Knight. Those are the compositions that theoretically have a big advantage against NLITE on that Jungle Cleave. So we'll have to see if they can overcome all adversity and actually take down game number 1 against Method Black, because I feel like they have to win this game if they want to win this series.
How is Zuniaki going to be able to run the clock here with the Mana Rift strategy utilized here by Method Black with Raiku's Demon Hunter? I'm trying to look at the essences quickly for what... So Zuniaki has decided to get rid of the Concentrated Flame. He knows that his mana bar is going to be taxed heavily, and so he has gone for the Memory of Lucid Dreams and the Ever Rising Tide to hopefully allow him to regenerate enough mana for his team to find some opportunity. But the utility that this composition brings, in particular against the Disciplined Priest jungle, is, I feel like, almost bulletproof. It looks like they're desperate. They're trying to kill Chaz. Maybe they're not even desperate. This is looking good.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can get done. Chaz does get low. They proc the Safeguard. They get Iron Bark and Renewal and his Trinket. But if it's a healer race, Zuniaki is going to get out of mana quite quickly. I mean, if Raikou can consistently land those mana rifts, he will inevitably burn through the mana, and it might not even come down to that. Swapsy on the Unholy Death Knight is just a nightmare for Zuniaki to deal with. Now, of course, the Disciplined Priest, one of their main strengths is all those shields. But the problem is, if you're relying on shields to survive, in the meantime, Chaz actually getting low. They're going to take him down. They actually did it. I did not expect that to happen. All-out aggression from NLITE. They take down game number 1, winning the blind pick. Wow.
I'm over here.
Never count out Zuniaki. It took them less than 1.5 minutes to defeat Method Black in the first game. Chaz falls so fast to the pressure of NLITE. This is crazy, Zico. What's going on?
Well, they had a jungle, and they said, let's attack their healer.
They're a jungle, and they're chopping down the enemy trees.
Yeah, it was just, a bunch of lumberjacks, out in the jungle, looking for some trees, making some toilet paper. And honestly, speaking of paper, Zuniaki was literally tanking a DK and a DH for a majority of that game, and he seemed to do a pretty good job. He wasn't really low on mana. I mean, literally the first thing that happened this game was he got gripped in and then vortexed, double kicked and mana rifted, but still Chaz pre-activated the Iron Bark, Cassidy getting all his bleeds up, Kara as well making his way over there. And the interesting thing is they already forced out the Gladiator's safeguard pretty early on in the match. They're going to force it out right here. And Zuniaki, he used his every man for himself, used his Rapture here to stay ahead. As a Discipline Priest, it's very important. You don't want to fall behind. Use your cooldowns preemptively. And that's exactly what Zuniaki is doing, already using his second fear of the game as well. They proc the safeguard here, and Chaz already using his bark skin. At this point, Kara still has his aspect of the eagle, and Cassidy, he's activating his berserk, and this is when the big punch is coming in. I think they might combine that with the Dark Archangel here as well in a second. There's the DR bash actually. Chaz with the Iron Bark is gonna make sure to stay alive for a little bit longer, but once this defense here is over, Raikou has no break out of that fear, Swapsy has no break out of that fear, Chaz can't go out of bear form to dispel anything, and of course aspect of the eagle, as well as the Tiger's Fury, I believe, from the Feral Druid. It's just going to be enough damage with that Dark Archangel to take him down.
Now, this is one of the comps that Method Orange has been known for a very long time. It is going to be their last chance to try to make it to BlizzCon. You look at Prismatic, and they have their core roster that's overperformed even at other lands when they haven't had their mage. This is going to be their last chance to get to BlizzCon. Who's going to be sent home? We find out right now.
Yeah, let's see what Trill can get done on the Demon Hunter. It's going to be up to him in order to survive. I mean, it's such a difficult task for a Windwalker Monk, and I think it's almost an equally difficult task for a Demon Hunter. He's probably going to get trained down in this game. The one good thing is he brings reverse magic, which is going to be able to free up Sea-Doo from some of that crowd control as well. He provides a lot of self-healing to himself, potentially even more than the Windwalker Monk. So I think Valet, Acro, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
Right now, Method Orange instantly taking a great stand in his last game, and Poike actually opting in for the melee wings as well. He realizes the cleave potential of the Demon Hunter DK. Sea-Doo using that Earthen Totem, preventing any sort of go here as well. Still lots of pressure, and a grip on him, and Poike instantly swapping to him. Very, very good. Tries to freedom, mount away, does get away. Cheap shot onto Trill, Hodge onto Sea-Doo from Mpoike there. Acro is still under so much pressure though. Mpoike locked out actually. Can Trill connect here? Mind Bomb stuck on Mez, stuck in the bottom there. Unfortunately, still lots of pressure coming on Mpoike as those wings are gone.
Yeah, Trill is so scary on that Demon Hunter. Always able to put out more pressure than anyone we've really seen. Hasn't been too much pressure here for Team Prismatic just yet. Finally, a full kidney shot going to be landing. What is Trill going to do? Sea-Doo jumps in, lands the heals that he needs. There's no Earthen Wall Totem available. Valet trying to set up some damage for his team. Poike in the back line, tossing out some heals. Without that Avenging Crusader, his team is vulnerable. He gets gripped in, triple Blinding Sheet. There's a Mana Burn, triple Chaos Nova. Big setup here. Mpoike, is he going to fall? Divine Shield gets popped out in the nick of time, but Method Orange, that was clean.
That was a beautiful purge from Sea-Doo right there onto the trinket of Mpoike there. That's why his health dipped so low and the shield just disappeared there, instantly keeping the pressure onto Valet there. That was insane. They got the grip into the triple stun, into the triple Mana Burn damage. That was ridiculous right there. Trill pushing it on Mpoike, keeping the pressure on him, constantly going for those Mana Burns right there. If he can slowly rot away Mpoike's mana, it's going to be a completely done deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Mpoike, he realizes a main win condition here for Method Orange is actually getting him out of mana. He tried to go for a drink, and he was rewarded with a Mana Burn. So Trill on point in this match. Mez and Trill, they really have to be well coordinated. If Mpoike can be denied drinking, Method Orange could easily win this game. If Mpoike gets to just free drink, it's going to be looking good for them. Trill still a little bit low. He pushes forward, trying to get that damage rolling on Mpoike. Keep in mind, he's got no Divine Shield. Valet, though, of course, always going to be having that Void Shift available at any moment in the game. He can exchange his hit points for Mpoike's, and that might be the last line of defense for Mpoike to actually survive. Poike caught into a Chaos Nova, into another stun. Is it going to be the Void Shift? And it does trade out, but now Team Prismatic, they don't have much left.
Yeah, the melee wings coming out from Mpoike here, instantly trying to turn the pressure onto Trill. Under a lot of pressure right now. Still has that Blur defensive cooldown. Sea-Doo does go for the Dispel. Any Hodge to follow up. We do not see it because Mez actually kicks Mpoike there. The melee wing is just doing so much damage and healing here, keeping the pressure rolling for him. Trill still under a lot of fire. Silence onto Sea-Doo here. Trill was forced to use that Blur there. Mind Bomb there. It does sit because the kidney shot follows up. He cannot reverse magic this. Boom, AMZ used from Mez. Great choice by him there as the Vendetta is committed from Acro. This is a huge push right now, and Method Orange perfectly traded out cooldowns for it.
Yeah. their cooldown, the defensive cooldown usage from Method Orange has been solid, but equally so. I mean, Team Prismatic, they've been doing a phenomenal job. There's been no overlap so far. This is probably my favorite series of the tournament so far. Everything on the line for both of these teams. We're at a tied series. Loser of this game is out of the tournament. Everything to play for. What are these teams going to do? Trill pushing forward, trying to get the damage rolling over on him in Poike. Once again, the leap of faith from Valet does Freeman Poike from the chains of Mez and Trill. Mind Bomb on Sea-Doo. Full kidney shot on Trill. This is the push Team Prismatic wants. Mez trying to shut it down with a double blinding sheet, double Chaos Nova. Big damage incoming from Method Orange, but a nice mind control from Valet is going to deny Mez any damage. Nice play by Valet, keeping his team alive.
Beautiful job by Valet there, gripping Mempoike out of the danger there, instantly spamming mind controls, but instantly Trill and Mez and Sea-Doo are all three running at Mempoike, knowing he has no bubble and no melee wings available. Silence going on to Sea-Doo from Valet. They're trying to turn the pressure on with that kidney shot onto Trill. Nice mind bomb to follow it up. Still no reverse coming in. There it is, right off the kidney shot. Great job by them. Nice kick by Mez onto Mempoike, trying to keep the pressure rolling here on anything he can.
Yep, Trill's trying to have high uptime. He needs to get the damage rolling. Mempoike's been nice and stable with his mana. Although Trill has been landing mana rest, it doesn't seem to be that significant so far. Sea-Doo actually behind in terms of mana. Mempoike, really good job. Trill now caught into a kidney shot, could be vulnerable. Breath of Syndragosa, this is the damage. Mez just going to be looking to solo down Mempoike. Mempoike in a lot of trouble. He pops the Avenging Crusader. He's looking to keep himself alive with that cooldown and ultimately is able to do so. Thankfully, actually landed another mind control on Mez to shut him down. Really beautiful defensive peels.
Yeah, Mempoike definitely going to be a little afraid now to try to be aggressive, to try to get those Hodges, because he has no melee wings now, and it looks like Trill and Mez instantly attack him the second he comes in line of sight. Mez running it in the entire game. A setup attempted from Prismatic here. Vendetta available for Akro. I'd like to see a nice, maybe a Hodge into a silent setup here with a kidney shot on Trill. There's the cheap shot onto Sea-Doo. Haymaker onto Mez away, trying to get some damage going. But just Method Orange just unfazed, keeping the pressure rolling. Mempoike really sitting far back here, something we haven't seen. He realizes he's a kill target. There it is right now. Potentially a life here from Valet. Needs to come in here on the stun, try to prevent the mana burn. Beautiful disorient by Mez there, shutting that down.
Yeah, but look at Mempoike. He's got the Divine Shield. Can they force it out? It's going to be big for Method Orange if they can. Gladiator Safeguard procs. Mempoike crossing the map. Mez still all over him. Fakes out the Mind Freeze. Lands a big heal, and it looks like he is going to be stable. But his mana's not looking great. Method Orange, their hit points are doing quite well in this game. I mean, we've seen Team Prismatic with good setups so far in the game. Double Mind Bomb coming in. But Trill's been able to keep himself alive with beautiful self-healing.
Wow.
Unfortunately, not able to find too much healing. Caught into a kidney shot. He's got the Darkness. They got the Trinket Spirit Link. I feel like Method Orange still in a prime position as long as they don't overlap the defensives.
Good aim, anti-magic zone trade out by Mez on that Vendetta, always holding it for that. That is the best time to use it, and it shows living through these goes. And then Poike runs out into the open. Beautiful grip by Valet, denying that mana burn from the Demon Hunter. Instantly grip back by Mez, keeping the pressure on him. And Poike on his mount, trying to go.
Uh-oh!
Full kidney on the Trill.
Yeah, big damage. Sea-Doo has to trade out the Trinket and the Spirit Link. Triple Mind Bomb incoming. Valet setting up his team. Trill, he's got the Blur, he's got the Darkness. He still has a lot of tools to live, but he's going to have to keep himself alive. Repentance on Sea-Doo. Method Orange isn't out of it just yet, but I feel like with the cooldowns they committed, they should be able to survive. But Team Prismatic, they're doing such a good job. There's been scary moments on him in Poike, but they always have something available. Here it is, another big setup. Valet trades out the Dispersion. Mempoike trades out his Divine Shield and his Avenging Crusader. Method Orange got what they needed. They just have to survive a little bit longer. If they can do another setup like that, it's going to be lights out for Team Prismatic.
That was every single button possible from Prismatic. Only the Bop and the Sack remaining right there. We would like to see a setup immediately. They need to get on the aggressive with this melee wings right now. They can do a lot of damage and a lot of healing with this right now. Method Orange with minimal cooldowns. Full blind on Sea-Doo, no Trinket. Kidney shot on Trill. Instantly trinketing, realizing needs to press that Blur. Trying to shut down Valet right now. Is there going to be a follow-up? No follow-up. Beautiful stun by Trill, denying the sap there. Silence. Repentance being cast. It lands on him in Poike with no reverse magic available. Trill's actually locked out. He actually gets reverse on it. Very, very good. Mempoike stuck in that half rep. Akro, he trades out the cloak there, and this is really scary for Valet right now with no buttons remaining.
Yeah, there's nothing left in Poike. He does have ultimate sacrifice, I believe, but a kidney shot drops out on the Trill. Is he able to get the Darkness out? He needs to drop the Darkness as soon as possible. Mempoike sneaks into Repentance. Triple Chaos Nova incoming. Valet, he's already used his Dispersion. He's already used his Life Swap. He's in a lot of trouble. They're going after him. Mempoike, beautiful cleave damage coming in from Method Orange, but Trill, he's still in trouble. Sea-Doo doesn't have any emergency healing. Trill has no defensive cooldowns left. He trades out the Darkness in order to survive. Mez trying to keep the pressure rolling on him in Poike. Valet has Dispersion rotating up quite quickly, and Poike gets gripped away. Mez and Trill, they gotta keep the chase. Are they going to be able to? But there's a full kidney shot onto Trill.
Lots of damage going out here. Trill, Mez did get the grip, but Minpoike actually gets away from them right now. Kenny shot on a Trill. Sidu is out of mana with no real cooldowns to save them. Valet has that life swap available. Things are looking good. Vendetta has been used by Acro. Lots of damage going out on the Trill here, trying to do as much damage as possible. Beautiful silence on the Sidu here, potentially into a Mind Bomb right there, looking for the reversal. Great job by Trill, kiting it out, realizing he needs to go defensive. Full Kenny, Acro is right in there. A Hex on Minpoike actually from Sidu, sneaking that one in there. Wings is up from Minpoike. Nice proc. Good timing on that, keeping his team stabilized as the push continues.
Yeah, double, triple blinding sheet. Method Orange, this is the setup they need. Big damage, dispersion trades out. Minpoike is in a lot of trouble. Blessing and protection, Sidu with the immediate purge. Minpoike, how are you going to live this? He needs to run. They got the Void Shift, but Valet's low also. It's not going to be able to help him too much. Mez pushing forward. Trill as well. Hammer of Justice on Trill. Sidu gets the Dispel. All three members of Method Orange dogpiling onto Minpoike. He's got the Avenging Crusader, but he's got no mana. He's got no mana left. Valet has to trade out the Void Shift. It doesn't do anything. Minpoike trying to survive, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Trill and Mez looking to close it out. Team Prismatic holding on by a thread. Method Orange with the reversing on the Trill, but Minpoike ultimately falls. This could potentially be a cross kill, but Method Orange, they managed to do it. Spiritling Totem drops down, and I feel like Method Orange, there's no way that they lose this game in this situation. What a beautiful series. Honestly, standing ovation for Team Prismatic and Method Orange. That was my favorite series of the tournament.
It's a cross.
It's actually
my God.
a cross kill. Valet, Acro, can they do the impossible? This would be an absolute miracle.
Oh my God,
Full Chaos Nova.
Beautiful peels. Acro's right there trying to stop it. Nothing available. Double the swing coming out right now. Lots of damage. Okay, Acro 1v2 situation with no defensive cooldowns left. Mez and Trill right here. Mez instantly peeling. Trill running away, waiting for his board to come up. Acro doing everything he can to get there, but this is looking rough. DR Kenny shot on the Mez. No way to get the Trill. I don't think he's going to be able to take this one now.
This just completely embodies what this series looked like, though, as well. You really do have to give it up for everything Team Prismatic was able to do. Definitely getting a little bit of damage here onto Trill. He creates a little bit of space, trying to kite him as much as possible. Chains of Ice going to go out on from Mez. Acro trying to close that gap, but he will fall inevitably, even inside of that Vendetta. And just like that, Prismatic's road going to come to an end. Method Orange can still make a road for themselves to BlizzCon, but they got to go through the rest of this lower bracket while facing elimination every single step of the way. Because we're going straight into it. BlizzCon, I hope you're ready to get this day started. The first matchup is going to be Unitas Blue versus Unitas White. We're going to be kicking it off, as we always do, in a Grand Arena blind pick. Let's see what they have in store.
The pressure is at its highest here in 2019 as we will be concluding the Arena World Championship Series. Only one team will remain by the end of the day. Unitas White look to go head-to-head with Unitas Blue, both the best teams from their respective regions, but this is a bit of a composition rematch for Unitas White as they qualified from the APAC region. They had to defeat Team Gameface, who was running the exact same composition that Unitas Blue are running, and that was a nail-biter. They had to reverse sweep 4 games in a row to qualify. If Unitas Blue is better than Gameface, perhaps Unitas White will not be able to outdo them.
Yeah, this is a composition we know Unitas Blue can play, and they play it really, really well, so we'll have to see exactly what happens. Early on, it looks like crowd control in favor of Unitas White as they look to make a setup onto Josito, but Josito doing a good job deflecting early on, taking actually a decent amount of damage. Shadow forced to trade out his Gladiator's Medallion in order to keep Josito alive. Popping out the combustion, decent damage now over onto CMD as they look to reverse the pressure.
All right, let's see if they can get some damage out here. Oxygen denying the kill with Iron Bark. CMD likely to recover. Yask tearing into Josito. Shadow trying to recover with his Avenging Wrath active. His healing will be increased quite heavily, but Josito Jones is cycloned at low health. Well done by Oxygen. Single-handedly crowd controlling the team. Aiden manages to break it up, but he can't deny CMD. Ring of Frost has been landed, and the Avenging Wrath is getting very little value for Shadow as Josito is in a ton of trouble. Temporal Shield ticking away, and he manages to barely recover by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, nicely done by Josito. Good defensive play. CMD now a little bit on the back foot. As you can see, Aiden is really ripping in. He denies him with the Dragon's Breath into his sheep, but unfortunately isn't able to find it. Now CMD, he's in a lot of trouble. He's getting lower oxygen, and has to hold on a little bit longer for that Iron Bark if he can connect that. I think CMD is going to be okay, but in the meantime, Josito also in a very dangerous range. He did manage to hold on to that Cauterize, which is really important.
That was the hand of sacrifice from Shadow, trading one of his defensive cooldowns to save his partner. Yosk now being swapped to for a moment. Unitas Blue trying to catch Unitas White off guard, but you are not catching Yosk off guard as he continues the assault. Blade storming towards Josito, setting up for crowd control. CMD with follow-up. Shadow will be removed from the game for quite some time as Aiden is now cycloned. It's 3 versus 1 for a few moments onto Josito. Yosk tearing in, pummeling the poly. Sharpened Blade active, cutting into Josito as we see Oxygen setting up Cyclone after Cyclone into a bash. Will that be enough to get the cauterize from Josito? That is the main cooldown they're looking for. They're pushing for it. Will they find it? Blessing and Protection denies it for now as CMD looks to try and remove it as quickly as possible. Now Oxygen in crowd control and Unitas Blue look to counterattack.
Yeah, Unitas Blue, they're looking to get aggressive. Polymorph and Oxygen, but that relentless pays dividends, allowing him to connect the Iron Bark, and now CMD should ultimately survive, popping his combustion, getting a lot of damage rolling onto Josito. Is around 50% health right now. Gladiator's Medallion trades up by Shadow, but he gets Polymorphed on, and Josito in a lot of trouble. Forced to trade out his Ice Block, and that is huge for Unitas White.
Big flex by Unitas White. They're significantly ahead on cooldowns, and they may just be able to close it out. Unitas Blue, they're desperate. They're going for the all-in on Oxygen. They know they are so far behind, it may be unrecoverable if they cannot net a kill here on Oxygen soon. Aiden cutting through. Can he single-handedly take down Oxygen? Oxygen bashes Aiden away. Aiden trinkets for the kill. Oxygen jumps, but will it be a safety jump? Aiden in pursuit. Aggressive Blessing Protection. They are all in on Oxygen. This has to work for them. Here they get down at 1%. It has to work. Will he go down here at 1%? Oxygen fully stunned, and the all-in is going to work. Unitas Blue were so far behind, but they pull it off with all-out aggression.
Good morning, BlizzCon. What a way to start off our day. A beautiful, beautiful play onto Oxygen.